Welcome to our series, Seeking the New Poetry. Today, we continue with Part 3, Poems of Rabindranath Tagore. Lamp of Light. Light! Oh, where is the light? Kindle it with the burning fire of desire. There is the lamp, but never a flicker or a flame. Is such thy fate, my heart? Ah, death were better by far for thee. Misery knocks at thy door, and her message is that thy Lord is wakeful, and he calls thee to the love tryst through the darkness of night. The sky is overcast with clouds, and the rain is ceaseless. I know not what this is that stirs in me. I know not its meaning. A moment's flash of lightning drags down a deeper gloom on my sight, and my heart gropes for the path to where the music of the night calls me. Light! Oh, where is the light? Kindle it with the burning fire of desire. It thunders, and the wind rushes, screaming through the void. The night is black as a black stone. Let not the hours pass by in the dark. Kindle the lamp of love with thy light. Leave this chanting and singing and telling of beads. Whom dost thou worship in this lonely, dark corner of a temple with doors all shut? Open thine eyes and see thy God is not before thee. He is there, where the tiller is tilling the hard ground, and where the pathmaker is breaking stones. He is with them in sun and in shower, and his garment is covered with dust. Put off thy holy mantle, and even like him, come down on the dusty soil. Deliverance? Where is this deliverance to be found? Our Master himself has joyfully taken upon him the bonds of creation. He is bound with us all forever. Come out of thy meditations and leave aside thy flowers and incense. What harm is there if thy clothes become tattered and stained? Meet him and stand by him in toil and in the sweat of thy brow. Little flute, thou hast made me endless, such is thy pleasure. This frail vessel thou emptiest again and again, and fillest it ever with fresh life. This little flute of a reed thou hast carried over hills and dales, and hast breathed through it melodies eternally new. At the immortal touch of thy hands, my little heart loses its limits in joy, and gives birth to utterance ineffable. Thy infinite gifts come to me only on these very small hands of mine. Ages pass, and still thou pourest, and still there is room to fill. Light, light, my light, the world-filling light, the eye-kissing light, heart-sweetening light. Ah, the light dances, my darling, at the center of my life. The light strikes, my darling, the chords of my love. The sky opens, the wind runs wild, laughter passes over the earth. The butterflies spread their sails on the sea of light. Lilies and jasmines surge up on the crest of the waves of light. The light is shattered into gold on every cloud, my darling, and it scatters gems in profusion. Mirth spreads from leaf to leaf, my darling, and gladness without measure. The heavens' river has drowned its banks, and the flood of joy is abroad. Lost time. On many an idle day have I grieved over time, but it is never lost, my Lord. Thou hast taken every moment of my life in thine own hands. Hidden in the heart of things, thou art nourishing seeds into sprouts, buds into blossoms, and ripening flowers into fruitfulness. I was tired, and sleeping on my idle bed, and imagined all work had ceased. In the morning I woke up and found my garden full with wonders of flowers. Lord of my life, thou who art the innermost spirit of my being, art thou pleased, Lord of my life? For I give to thee my cup, filled with all the pain and delight that the crushed grapes of my heart had surrendered. I wove with rhythm of colors and song cover for thy bed, and with the molten gold of my desires I fashioned playthings for thy passing hours. I know not why thou chosest me for thy partner, Lord of my life. Didst thou store my days and nights, my deeds and dreams for the alchemy of thy art, and string in the chain of thy music my songs of autumn and spring, and gather the flowers from my mature moments for thy crown? I see thine eyes gazing at the dark of my heart, Lord of my life. I wonder if my failure and wrongs are forgiven. For many were my days without service, and nights of forgetfulness. Futile were the flowers that faded in the shade not offered to thee. Often the tied strings of my lute slackened at the strains of thy tunes, and often at the ruin of wasted hours my desolate evenings were filled with tears. But have my days come to their end at last, Lord of my life, while my arms round thee grow limp, my kisses losing their truth? Then break up the meeting of this languid day, renew the old in me in fresh forms of delight, and let the wedding come once again in a new ceremony of life. Lost Star. When the creation was new, and all the stars shone in their first splendor, the gods held their assembly in the sky and sang, "Oh, the picture of perfection, the joy unalloyed." But one cried of a sudden, "It seems that somewhere there is a break in the chain of light, and one of the stars has been lost." The golden string of their harp snapped, their song stopped, and they cried in dismay, "Yes, that lost star was the best. She was the glory of all heavens." From that day, the search is unceasing for her, and the cry goes on from one to the other, that in her the world has lost its one joy. Only in the deepest silence of night, the stars smile and whisper among themselves, "Vain is this seeking. Unbroken perfection is over all." Lotus. On the day when the lotus bloomed, alas, my mind was straying, and I knew it not. My basket was empty, and the flower remained unheeded. Only now and again a sadness fell upon me, and I started up from my dream and felt a sweet trace of a strange fragrance in the south wind. That vague sweetness made my heart ache with longing, and it seemed to me that it was the eager breath of the summer seeking for its completion. I knew not then that it was so near, that it was mine, and that this perfect sweetness had blossomed in the depth of my own heart. Lovers' gifts. Where is heaven? Where is heaven, you ask me, my child? The sages tell us it is beyond the limits of birth and death, unswayed by the rhythm of day and night. It is not of the earth. But your poet knows that its eternal hunger is for time and space, and it strives evermore to be born in the fruitful dust. Heaven is fulfilled in your sweet body, my child, in your palpitating heart. The sea is beating its drums in joy. The flowers are a tiptoe to kiss you. For heaven is born in you, in the arms of the mother dust. My friend, art thou abroad on this stormy night, on thy journey of love, my friend? The sky groans like one in despair. I have no sleep tonight. Ever and again I open my door and look out on the darkness, my friend. I can see nothing before me. I wonder where lies thy path. By what dim shore of the ink-black river, by what far edge of the frowning forest, through what mazy depth of gloom art thou threading thy course to come to me? my friend.